What's going on YouTube? It's Chukavelli. Come and tell me how you doing. Got a PlayStation controller with a PC. Gonna show you how you use it. Oh, that's fire! Oh man, thank you. Alright, let's get right into this. As y'all know, the PS5 controller, it's a hit. The numbers are in, it's a hit. And you can use it with your PC. And right now, I'm gonna just get right into it and show you how to do that. We're not gonna waste any time, except for and I gotta do it. Remember to like, remember to comment, remember to subscribe and show some love. That's all I ever ask for. Because if I ever ask for more, I owe you $1. I love you, not love me back. Please enjoy the video. Oh, but I just realized this is a PlayStation video, so let me just put something on with a little more blue. Alright, now that's more like it. Okay, the method I'm about to show you guys right now is the method that's going to work for most people wanting to play PC games with a PlayStation controller using Steam. Now, there is a more advanced method that would allow you to use the PlayStation 5 controller to play all types of games. We're talking about emulator games, PC games, Xbox, like it doesn't matter. As long as it's on your PC, the PS5 controller would play any game. But that's a more advanced tutorial that I'll make sure to make in the future. But for right now, I want to make a tutorial that will work for most people, okay? So first, what you got to understand is in order to turn the Bluetooth setting on your PS5 controller, you have to hold down the share button and the PlayStation button for about I would say 5 seconds. I'm not exactly sure, but oh, it's actually maybe more like 3. Once you've done that, you'll see the blue lights will start blinking. I hope you guys can see it there. But once the blue lights start blinking, now your PS5 controller is Bluetooth enabled. From there, you type in Bluetooth, or just find Bluetooth however you want to find Bluetooth on your PC. Let's move this over here so that you can see. Alrighty. Then in order to connect your PS5 controller, you're going to click Add Bluetooth. Then you're going to click Bluetooth. And then obviously, wireless controller is going to pop up. That'll be the PlayStation 5 controller. Then you're going to click that. It's going to connect. Give it a second. Oh, wow, it turned off. The Bluetooth had turned off. So there you go. If you wait too long, it'll turn off. But wireless controller, now it's set up. You are good. And once it's set up, the light will be solid. For me, it's blue. I have seen that other people, it can be pink or purple or something. I don't understand that, but mine is blue. Maybe yours is blue. If yours is blue, holla at your boy, show some love, drop it in the comments. Now your PlayStation 5 controller is connected. In order to disconnect, you're going to click on this. You just remove device. It's really that simple. That is the simple way of connecting your PlayStation 5 controller to the PC through Bluetooth. There is another way. The other way would just be by getting your USB-C cable. I do have one I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so boom, right here, I have the USB-C cable. Put it right here, as you can see. I have it plugged in. This is the cable right here. If you don't believe me, just watch. So this is it. Now we're going to take this. Sorry, the camera's a little. We're going to take this and we're going to plug it in right into the PlayStation 5 controller right here. You see, we've now plugged it in, and now it is connected. I am now going to take it over to, I'm just going to put this over there. My setup is a little bulky. You have to be patient. Okay, great. So now we have the wired controller, and we have the wireless controller. Now, there are 2 ways to see if your PC is recognizing the controller. First, we'll do the complete PC way. You're going to go to Devices. Just type in devices, Bluetooth and other devices. Now, we already covered the wireless part, right? Wireless controller, boom, you see it right there. It's still paired, right? Still paired. But then if you scroll down and you just go to devices and printers, they're going to show you all the devices that you have connected to your computer. And here you'll see wireless controller twice. Again, it's referring to the PlayStation controller. Now, although one actually is wireless, which would be this one, no wire anywhere. You see it says Bluetooth peripheral device, game controller paired, right? For the other one, and I'm going to be very careful about lifting this up because I cannot stress this enough. The wire is not that long. But here we are with the paired one. If you click that one, it'll say model wireless controller, but it'll just say category game controller audio device. It'll leave it simply as that. But that is the wired PlayStation controller. Now, if you want to see the other way, and I know you do, that's why I got you. That's why I've got you covered. You're going to open up Steam. Then you're going to click View right here in the top left corner. You're going to go down to Settings. Then you're going to click Controller. Click Controller. Then you're going to click General Controller Settings. Now, right now, it only says one PlayStation 5 controller. And this is actually a really good learning point. And this is why you really need to watch the whole video. So, the controller shutdown time is 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, your controller will automatically shut off. So, we're just going to turn it back on. It's going to reconnect. And it'll pop up again. Boom, you see? PlayStation 5 controller, PlayStation 5 controller. And the shutdown time is customizable. So if you don't want it as 15, maybe you want it as 5, maybe you want it as 60, or if you want it as never, those are all available to you. But we'll leave it at 15. Now we have reached the most pivotal part of the tutorial. If you walk away with nothing else from this tutorial, walk away with this. You must have PlayStation configuration support checked off. Now, earlier when you saw me come here, it was already checked, but that's because but for anyone who's just doing this for their first time, this will not be checked. You must come here, check off PlayStation configuration support, and then the rest of your ride will be smooth. After this, anything I'm going to tell you is just options, preferences, things that might help you in your experience with the PS5 controller on PC. But this right here is mandatory. You cannot play PC with a PS5 controller unless you do this. Now let's move to preferences. I already have this one named as wireless PS5 controller. I'll name this one wired PS5 controller. And we'll let the changes take control. Exactly, there you go. We see right here, wired PlayStation controller. PlayStation 5 controller, wired PlayStation, all right? Now, to explain the rest of the preferences, I'm only going to use the wireless. And whenever you want to figure out which controller you're holding, you'll just click on one of the controllers, and then you're going to click Identify. And it'll leave a buzz that you'll feel. Maybe you can also hear it in the mic. All right, there you go. So that's how you'll know which controller you're holding. Now, as for the preferences, now rumble preference, you could click it on or off. That'll just take away the buzzing and everything like that. I'll leave it on just for fun. Then you have player slot LED, which just helps to identify when you have multiple players and stuff like that. But anyway, you can control the light color. So maybe you should be able to see it here. I'm going to hold it close. I'm actually going to turn off my light here so that you can see. Right? Boom. I'm sure you'll be able to see it now. And you'll see the light changing. Ain't that nice, right? So we're going to leave it at green. And you can affect the color brightness. So if we take it down, obviously the color will go away. You can also affect the saturation. So right now it's green. Let's make it blue so it's a little more PlayStation friendly and noticeable. And if you take away the color saturation, there will still be light, but it just won't be blue. You see, you could switch the colors, but you really won't see a difference. Now let's put it back to green, put back on the light, you'll see that it turns green. And those are the preferences. So now, your PlayStation 5 controller is good. If you decide that you want to disconnect your USB, all you have to do, literally it's this simple, you just take it off. And you'll see that it'll go away. And if you plug it back in, it will come back. Boom. So it's very simple. The USB is very simple. Same thing with the PS5 controller. If you just hold it, it'll go off. And then if you press it again, it'll come back on. So we're just going to hold it. Come on. No, it definitely takes a while. All right. Oh, whoops. And just exited everything. But now, if you want to bring it back, all you have to do is press it once. It will reconnect, my friend. Don't you worry. You see, it even says it right here. It says it's there. Boom. We're back in business. Then, on top of that, if you want to calibrate anything else, let's see how we can get back. If you want to calibrate anything else about the PlayStation, you can go to Big Picture Configuration. From here, you could really get swifty. You could get really, really spazzy with this. You can start really affecting every button, seeing what they do, what they don't do, all types of things. You really get finicky with this. But I'm not a PC expert at that level yet. I'm going to need you guys' help. But for now, I'm leaving this alone. That's what you do. And then you're ready to go. Now I'm going to launch a game, but and I'm going to launch two types of games because there is something interesting going on with the PS5 controller. Some of you have already experienced this. Some of you may be experiencing this and don't know what to do. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now. So if you open up Counter-Strike Go, I said Counter-Strike Go. This is just CSGO. I'm sorry. Like, so who am I? CSGO, right? One thing you're going to find is that with the wireless controller, if you just move it, the mouse will move as well. I'm sure you're seeing this. I'm going to reset the mouse using my actual mouse. But look, left, right, left, right. I'm not doing anything with it. It just moves on its own. That is one issue going on with the PS5 controller. How do you fix this? Well, it would require extra software called DS4. See, again, the method I'm teaching you is the very simple one, the one that most of you guys will use. There's really no reason to go further than this unless you're like a kind of like a big gamer head and you want to get into Nintendo, Xbox, Game Boy games from way back and all these different things using the PlayStation 5 controller. But for this particular method, there really is no solution. There are some calibration settings that maybe you could fiddle around with, but I don't think really that would help either. It seems to be more of a software issue within the PS5 controller itself that I think Sony needs to update. So, you know, the solution would require extra steps that I'm not going to get into in this video, but I will be making a more advanced tutorial later on and eventually be linking that video in this video, and then you can go check that one out. But for now, this is the best that we got. Sorry. But if you simply leave your hand still, put your hand on your lap or on your table, and just use the joystick, you are in good condition. You know, if you just put your controller in your lap, you get everything that you need to get done, and then you could play a quick game. And just for the record, this issue will happen regardless of wireless or wired. As you can see, I'm with the wired controller, and this issue is still prevalent. Just don't know what to say. If I move it, the mouse will move. It's a little weird, but I'm not stressing the issue because the moment I put it in my lap, we will be good to go. You just keep it still. Again, if I move my thing, it will move. That's true. But if you just keep it in your lap, you're pretty much okay. You might deal with slight movement if you're a person that has shaky hands. You may deal with slight movement. Oh. Actually, I'm going to stay by my teammate. I actually, you know, funny story about this. I've literally never played CSGO. I don't quite get it. I don't do too much. I know it's a very, like... There's a very serious game. Ooh. Oh, come back. Oh, I lost. But anyway, see, I really had no control. I really had no problem playing the game. But that's for certain game titles. I don't know every game title where this glitch happens, but that's just for certain game titles. Now I'm going to leave to desktop. Once you quit the desktop, your controller will still be active for a couple seconds or so until finally it stops and you will have to go back to the mouse. You see, I can no longer move it. I will have to open another game in order to use this. Now let's go to a more standard game like Apex Legends. You won't see this problem at Apex Legends. And again, I will show you and walk you through it because this is an in-depth tutorial. This is what you get when you come to Chukavelli Gaming, man. And see, as you can see, there is no, I don't have to worry about any issue. It's very, excuse the music. It's not, I don't have it coming in through the headphones. But as you can see, there is literally no issues. You might even see me do a little damage real quick, to be honest with you. Oof. Damn. Well, anyway, don't excuse that. Excuse that performance. I never had all my PC settings were terrible. It was what it was. I'm just going to leave. Actually, no, maybe I shouldn't leave. But it looks like my team is going to get wiped. I'm actually just going to leave. But anyway, very smooth experience on Apex Legends. I leveled up. I'm crying. Anyway, very smooth experience on Apex Legends. Oh, and pro tip, when you wire up your PS5 controller with the USB-C cable to the PC, it will begin charging the controller. So what I like to do a lot is just connect my PlayStation 5 controller to my PC, leave it overnight to just let it charge. Very simple, very easy. I do it all the time. And you'll know it's charging because the light will be on. So right now it's charging as we speak. And no, it doesn't affect the PC in any way. It doesn't affect the controller in any way. Obviously, if you want to use it, then you can use it. But other than that, if you just leave it alone, the PlayStation 5 controller will charge on its own. Now, it won't charge as quickly as it would charge with a PS5 or a more PlayStation-oriented charging station, but it will do a good job. I know with the PS5, it'll charge the controller in about 3 hours. With the PC, I think you can probably kick it up to 4 or 5. But it still does a fine job. And remember, with one full charge, PS5 controller can last 15 hours. So, I mean, dude, you just charge it overnight. And mind you, you cannot overcharge a PS5 controller. So you just leave it overnight and then you're good to go. So that's just another pro tip for when you plug in the PS5 controller to your PC. The more you know. But that is the complete tutorial of how to use your PlayStation 5 controller with PC. As always, let me know. Did I miss out on anything? Was I wrong about anything? Could I have done anything better? Let me know in the comments below so that we can grow and learn more together. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace and love. Chukavelli is out. My man.